SFH, Still Fucking Here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you are a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm...
Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Relentless Racing League. Tonight we got the SFH Arca series at Nashville Fairgrounds. So far this week, the racing... It's been a short track racing. I know last night we actually did really good the first two stages. I think we only had two wrecks in the first two stages, and then all hell just broke loose on the final stage. Xfinity race, I think they went on a pretty decent green flag run, but it was pretty caution field too. Hopefully these Arca guys can put on a better show. These Arca cars are kind of built for short track racing. I have gotten the ability to race here in these cars. It is a blast. They actually handle the bumps really well. They're not super difficult to drive here, so they do get a little loose off of 2, but I think anything you race here does. But for the most part, I think the most cautions we might see tonight are people overdriving entry and banging in the back of someone, or just getting too tight, or watching the track and spinning someone out and getting too aggressive. But currently, while qualifying's going on, we got John Nidek sitting on the pole currently. I think he's done qualifying. We got Craig Martin out there qualifying. He's another guy who's gotten was in that race I did here in another league. So Craig does have a little bit of experience here. So does the 88 of Charles Robertson, who's out there putting in some laps. Hasn't put in a time lap in here yet. See what Robertson can do here. And I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back, guys. Tony, are you in here? If not, I'll DM you, Tony. If I can find you. There it is.
I gotta guess.
All right. Well, while I was away discussing stuff, Charles Robertson, I just was talking about him earlier, how he's been able to race before he gets that pole taken away by a tenth. Really quick lap there by the 88, and then really close racing. The rest of the top 5, they're all within 2/100ths of a second. A little bit further gap down to 6, and then you start spreading the field a little bit more. Harding and Miller, dang near identical times. Look, holy cow! Look at.
Damn it.
Were there some ties? I gotta check this stuff out. Results. There was. That's pretty cool. Love it when I see ties on a short track on time. All right. Qualifying has just finished. Lab is going to go Mirage SR Premier Racing Team. Yeah, Mirage is 2 for 3 so far this week. Wait, I think. No, Mirage did not win trucks. Who won trucks? I can't remember who won trucks. All right. So let's go over our official starting lineup here tonight.
Okay.
So getting that pole position, Charles Robertson. Outside of him will be Alan Bledsoe, John Knight, Christian DeBoer, row 2. Row 3, Chase Lewis and Riley Hoots. Peyton Hardin, solid qualifying effort to him, qualifying 7th with Kyle Miller on that 4th row. Row 5, Andrew Karpinski, William Cameron. The Tomater, John Delmater, Donovan McKenzie. Row 6. Row 7, James Vogler and Angel Ballin. I am not even pronounce that last name. I'm gonna try. Sean Katchev? I don't know. Probably brutalized that. And Justin Bennett in row 8, row 9. Christopher Harrison, Judd Ballou, Craig Martin and Johnson Joe, row 10. Row 11, Michael Tompkins, John Schollenbarker, Thomas Lee Jr. and Kevin Fauna, row 12. Big field here tonight. Row 13, you'll have Barrel Boy Matt Forth and Sean Pointer. Zach Bucher and Davey Hendricks, row 14. Row 15, Michael Giberson and Tony Frey. Edward Pelson, Josh Van Gore, row 16. Row 17, Mark Dupuis and Scotty Watkins. We're out of the field in that final row. 36th driver on the grid, Thomas Affinito. There we go. I got it out. Uh-oh. There we go.
You're a dirty bitch.
Alrighty. And I'm going to bring in Mr. Sam Leota.
Hello, hello.
I'm going to go on a limb and assume the J is pronounced like an I. So, Kaisfab? That don't help, Lab. Are you in session, Sam?
I am not. I'm loading it in right now.
When you're in session, do me a favor. Try to pronounce the 44's last name.
44. Okay.
I suck with last names. I barely passed English in high school.
You're passing this off to me. You're already making a mistake. All right.
Kaifaz? Kaifaz. Well, and unfortunately, Sam, you did not get the ability to race here this weekend. Actually, probably the pleasure. It's been hell this week. Cup race went fairly clean for the first half, and second half it was brutal.
I heard. I watched the last couple laps for the Cup Series, and from what I saw, I'm happy Ethan got a win. But at the same time, it went when I went back and watched through the stream, it was a bit It was a bit hectic.
Yeah, I was a little frustrated. I kept my nose clean all race and got involved in that huge wreck with like 25 to go, and I'm like, well, this is great.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate, but hey, it's that's the way these short tracks runs go sometimes.
Labnuk says, hi, Mr. Sexy.
Hello!
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
That might be Alan, or that might be Richard. He's a part of our team,
Hi.
but they call me Sexy Sam in our server.
Great fight out in the air. And Robertson got a pretty good restart. Actually, really solid 1 and 2 there. Could be able to easily clear the 41 to go like a little bit further and watch the 3 and Natick to the inside of the 56 to Christian DeBoer. Was actually giving Natick some pointers before the race on how to run this track in these cars. Paid off from pretty well qualified P3, but now he has Chase Lewis on his outside. Top 3 is single filed it out. I'm hoping these Arc guys can keep it a little more cleaner. Oh, Natick almost slides up into the 19. So I haven't been. Oh, that was a close call for Natick. So I haven't been really watching too much truck racing to be the crew chief. And how's your season been going, Sam?
Honestly, I am beyond happy with how the season is going so far. It is better than ever. Came close to a win already, but came second, so I was elated. But currently second in points, which is like way further than I could have. I was expecting, and I'm just hoping to keep good karma and keep going for it with it.
Yeah, at least one of us having a good season.
Hey, listen, it can turn around. I'm telling you, there's always a chance for something, always a chance for something great. There's always a chance for something bad. Sometimes that's how it goes, but that's the way I live these racing days and just have fun. But at the same time, I get the now that I'm in a solid chance up towards the front. Sometimes I get the highs and lows of certain times.
Yeah, Auto Club was a pretty good breath of fresh air for me. Been struggling all season. Was actually looking at top 10 last night until I got collected in that wreck. Still finished top 20, so hopefully Auto Club was my turning point because my season's just been my mistakes partially, but it's just been frustrating.
Heck yeah, man! I remember watching you during the broadcast, and you made your way all the way to the front. If that's not a turning point, I believe then. I can't even give you a word of advice. That's the hard part. But I believe good things are to come for you, my friend. It's been a pleasure watching y'all whenever I can. But it's definitely been a bit of a tight schedule.
Riley gets into the back of the 19. He's gonna send him around. The tangles around as well. Looks like the 19.
Oh my!
Oh, I don't. Did the 19 pinch to 9 down? Yeah, the 19 came down on the 9, I believe. I mean, the 9 came up a little bit, but I mean, that's just, if you ask me, that's a little too much pinching going on this early in the race. And unfortunately, the 10 of Miller, just nowhere for him to go. He gets collecting it. Natick in the 3, unfortunately, gets a piece of it. Luckily for Natick, though, it's a very flush hit to the front of the car, so he should be fine. See the 10-19 spin around. Oh, and he gets tagged again by McKenzie. And the 90. Oh, they still pile in. So he comes up. I think he tags the 2 of Peyton. No, the 94 Donovan McKenzie gets a piece of it. And that shifts him down to the 96 of Delamater. You see the 90 of Vogler get involved. And a 43 of Jones. Oh, he gets ran into by the back by the 05 Angel Ballin. Parking lot on the backstretch.
Holy cats! Finally managed to get into the session, and that's the first thing I see.
All right, so how do you pronounce that 44's last name?
44. Let me take a looky here.
Yeah, Costco parking lot. Yeah, for sure.
You know, I don't even want to be rude. I don't know if
True.
I should attempt it.
Someone was saying the I is silent, so it's Kaifaz.
That's not even an I. That's a J.
Well, no, that's what I meant. The J is silent. Or not the
Oh.
J. The J is like an I.
Faz.
Not only pinch.
Have
Yeah,
Faz.
yeah. I mean, and like I said, Stein, like, I mean, there was a time to pinch people down, but lap 10, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I can agree with pinching someone down like that, but, and going back to what you were saying about the race last night, dude, believe it or not, I was playing it super safe. I was running 4th gear for the first 10 laps or so on a restart just to get heat in the tires. Because those next gens were really, really loose off a corner exit. And I was like, I don't want to wreck myself, so I just ran 4th gear for a little bit. Once we got single filed out, I downshifted in a 3rd and just ran 3rd gear.
Oh, that was I remember watching that a few times where there was a couple of cars that every time they came off the corner, it just the rear end was going around, and
Yeah.
Those things looked just slidey as they could be.
If pace car pulls off, Charles Roberson Bledsoe leads back to green cut that back in the air. Roberson with a really good launch. I think leads to 56 and a 42 side by side, entering turn number 1. Yeah, it's those next gens don't handle bump well. As you see the board get a little tight there in corner exit. They don't handle bumps well. And Nashville Fairgrounds is a very bumpy track. I am actually amazed we did not have a caution on the restart, because when you were on that high line on a restart coming out of turn 4, there's a bump right there. If we get another caution. Yeah, there's a bump right there coming out of 4, and there was a few times where if you didn't shift into 3rd by the time you hit that bump, you would have some wheel spin. There was a couple times I almost lost it there, and I'm like, how have we not had a caution on a restart? Let's see what did happen.
Looks like
here.
the 87, the 90 started checking up for the entry of the corner, and the 87 just kind of drove into the back of them. I'm not sure if that would be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 87 kind of just started going in a little too deep. And
What a save, though!
Yeah.
Holy cow! He had that car 90 degrees sideways and saved it.
That's impressive. Look at that! Beautiful.
Let's go on board here with the 90s.
Good golly, yeah, I want to see the cockpit view of this
Oh
one.
my!
Oh,
It don't matter. It don't matter if you're going 2 miles an hour or 200. When you get a car that sideways, it's impressive to get it going back straight and not have it shoot up to the wall. Lab, surprisingly enough, dude, the trucks actually handle this track fairly well. And the biggest issue we had in Cup is we had to run a made setup. And no, Vince Tony, it wasn't the best. His car would not turn in. Like, I have never had my brake bias so low for a track. I had my brake bias at 33% last night. That's how tough it was to turn these cars in the corner.
Honestly, that's been the way I've been trying to run qualifying at short tracks is crank that all the way down and almost dive into the corner and ride the brake all the way through, just so you can get some of that rotation in. And I know I'm talking about the trucks and not the next gen, but I will admit sometimes there's been a little bit more success with that. Like, I believe at one of the tracks I got a higher qualifying when in the race I was not that fast at all. But it's definitely
the thing about the trucks. Like, the biggest difference between trucks and the next gen is you're able to do that in the truck because you could really lean on that right rear. You can't lean on the right rear in the next gen. It's like as soon as you start leaning on the right rear, you're going around.
Yeah.
So the trucks, you have that ability to really send it in there and just load that right rear down and to keep it glued to the track. Next gen, nope. Nope.
The only next gen race I've truly run, say outside of the league, was at Auto Club, and I had a blast. But it was definitely, I could definitely, even at that track, I could feel the trying to lean on the rears. It just didn't want to.
No. Pace car's off.
Green flag.
Green flag is out again. 88 with a massive launch, but they're already spinning. The 2 goes around in front of the field, and the yellow flag comes out once again.
Oh, he almost got.
Our
he did get hit.
Our friend in the 44 just makes it by.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. That's the bump. I mentioned that bump earlier in the next gens.
I just saw it on the replay. Oh my gosh.
Do we want a blueberry?
Like, this is what I am surprised did not happen in the next gen. There's Like, we'll actually go on board here as Peyton and do it live time. Like, coming to the green, there's a bump right there. Very subtle bump.
You can see it on his onboard. You can see it like jump a little bit.
Who was that hit him? Was that the 94? Caution's out. No, it wasn't the 94. Who was it? Oh, it was the 4. What was the 4 doing?
Oh, who's that other guy coming in like a freight train?
Like, caution's out. He's still on the gas. Okay, that's Arca brake right there.
Ooh. I give him credit for saving it, but at the same time, I definitely needed to let up on the brakes a lot earlier.
I think that gave damage to Peyton's right front. No, maybe not. Let's go back and see what we see. Like, oh, yeah, oh. I think that might have damaged Peyton's right front. Yeah, I mean, and if we go back and watch the 4 here,
if anything, it would be a very
he's the last guy on track.
Do you think he was trying to catch the field and he just kind of overwent, or like
he's 4 laps down, so like it's not like he can make up spots. If anything, that took away his lucky dog.
Wait, yeah, go back there with in that rear view with Cameron. I think it doesn't look like he touched, but definitely some net code happened where you can see the I believe it was the 9 gets the nose knocked sideways even more. Like, watch here, boink. He gets a little bit of a doink across the nose. So even though it looks like there's like a small gap, it's the net code nailed him. So I believe, yeah, you're right. He lost his lucky dog at the same time. The spinner, the 2, not the 9. Sorry, got even more damage from that.
Lab, I don't know if it will be because I don't know if Peyton got damage from it. They usually don't do that unless there's damage caused by an Arca brake. But that was definitely an Arca brake. We're right back out in the air.
He back out again.
Bellezel actually got a pretty good restart this time, but Roberson just out there leading the way. Now Riley Houston, the 9, battling his teammate for that second spot. Can't quite clear him there off of turn 2. That name tricked me out, Fallen Soul. My name's Fallen God. 2 teammates battling, duking it out hard for P2. Roberson doing a really good job defending right now. And
the 2 is sideways going through 1, but he gets it off the track just in time. But at the same time, the yellow does come back out again.
Oh, he's going to brace too hard. I am surprised that was a yellow.
Was there any other incidents? Because I just cut the camera to him, and he just was going around.
He Bubba quit.
Oh, he's gone?
Yeah, he Bubba quit. For those of you guys who don't get the reference, back in 2020 when NASCAR was doing the iRacing Invitationals with NASCAR drivers, there was a race Bubba just quit out of, and it's been a thing ever since then. When someone leaves a race, they Bubba quit.
It was Bristol.
Was it Bristol?
I believe so. It was like I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like it just started going wrong, and he just alt F forward. Still, after that, I understand his frustrations to just bail on out of here.
Under our 4th caution of the night here early on. We had a good run to start the race. It was a good 10 laps or so, and now it's just caution and precautions. I don't think we got a lap in since the caution came out.
At most 1 lap, but ever since then, yeah, it's been a bit of a spin fest all around. These short tracks are always an interesting breed because I've seen races here like where it's some of the most electric racing you can get. They're hard fighting, hard racing, but then other times it's a caution fest. It kind of depends. I'm not trying to say on the driver or on the series, but it depends a lot on on people's knowledge, of course, and kind of their braking. I've seen cars that go out here and could be the greatest brakes, like hit the best braking lines of all time, and they'll just be electric. Versus other guys who, as we saw, no offense to the two, maybe had a little bit too much on, and the car goes around, and then that just starts bringing more and more cautions out over the time being.
Well, it looked like he slammed on the brakes because the guy in front of him braked him he thought he was, so he jabbed the brakes a little bit harder and it sent him around.
Oh, gotcha.
But I love short track racing. I have a love-hate relationship with Martinsville. I love racing there. It's just, you can never get a good race there. It always turns into a caution fest. But I love racing Martinsville. Pace cars off. Charles Robertson can have a new driver to his outside. Not O'Reilly Hoots. See how Hoots can do in a restart. And he has a decent restart. Clears to 42, though, going into turn number 2 or turn number 1.
The 88 has been great on these restarts, but the 9 is already knocking on his back door. He could get him here or on in the next few laps if they stay green. The 9 has had great pace throughout, even when he was fighting the 42. Let's see here.
Yeah, and one of the biggest keys is to set up a pass I figured out last night is the best place to do it is out of turn 4. You set up a pass, kind of enter turn 3 a little high, and then you diamond the exit of the corner, get a good run going on the front stretch, and try to get to their inside by the time we get into turn number 1. Other than that, it's really hard to pass here. It's something I figured out last night.
Definitely. Hopefully, there's a little bit easier with these guys, especially with the cars being that smaller. Those next gens are like the size of a freight train half the time.
And they drive like one.
It's true. It's like turning an ocean liner and driving a freight train down a railway. You can't really figure them out unless you are already pro at them.
I'm a little worried about Phoenix.
Phoenix? Oh, is that where you guys are running next?
Yeah, and hold on, let me check something real quick. Let me pull up my iRacing real quick. Yeah, and it's gonna be week 13, which means the new tire model's gonna be out. I was short track, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel about. Like, you can't even practice for it because there's a whole new tire model coming out for it. There's literally no practice you can do. Maybe throw an LMDH on there.
It looks like the 9 tapped the wall a little bit as these two are coming out of turn 4. The 90 has actually rejoined the track in front of them, so they may have some lap traffic here coming up soon. But as we speak, the 42 is also cleared up on the gap, and he seems to be doing near a trick where he runs high in 1, but comes out in low in 2 and same out of 4. He's getting a great run and already closing the gap on the leaders. But here comes the 9 up on the inside, gets a little, almost taps the 88.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about, how to set up a pass here. As a 9, once again, trying to get to the inside of 88. Robertson has to be careful. He keeps cutting down across the nose of the 9. And the 9 at Hoos is getting really good drives. You see Robertson kind of struggling here and driving corner exit. Now open the door for Hoos. Not this time, though. But last time by... he went to the inside.
Going to take a look on the inside. 9 gets to door with the 88, but the 88's going to have to drive off a turn 2, gets ahead of him again. I'm telling you, keep an eye on the 42 here. He's just biding his time and waiting as these two fight it out. But now the 9 is also starting to do the kind of going a little high, come out low, and get the straight shot on the straightaways. But we'll have to see if he can do that again, because he managed to get to him, which, as you said, it's going to be hard at these short tracks. Oh my gosh, nearly bumping in the back of him. He might send it in here. He's going to go for it again. Puts a nose on the inside of the 88.
He's getting a better drive on. It's just he can't get in a position where he can really send it into a corner. See the 88 kind of
54. Getting on pit lane in a sharp angle there.
Yeah, it's pit lane here. It's bad. Pit lane here is horrible. Looks like the 88 though starting to stretch out his legs here a little bit. Starting to put a little bit of gap on the 9. Has about a car length and a half advantage over the 9 as they enter turn 3. But the 9's strength, whose strength seems to be 3. He seems to really gain ground at 3. So if he's going to pass Robertson, it's going to have to be in turn 3. He tends to lose a little ground off of 2 like he does here. But 3, watch him just gain ground here.
He's got that high, like, I'm not, when I say high, he's not going to like all the way to the wall, but he gets just a little bit extra higher on the track than the 88, and even that little bit can be a send. Where he gets a good run off of turn 2, he might be able to send it here into turn 3. He's going to do it, but he's got a little too slow. But as I say that, he's keeping the door in. Here comes the 54 in front of him. He's either going to have lap traffic. 88 goes low.
Oh, if Who's could have got a better exit off of 4 there, he could have really used that 54 in the pinch.
Oh, I'm telling you, they're catching more cars ahead of him. I believe they got about almost half a straightaway until the next lap cars, which is the 90. But that is a small little pack there of 5 cars, which that can play into all these guys' hands.
Yeah, but I've raced against Robertson. I've broadcasted for him. Roberson's biggest strength is he is really good at handling lap traffic. I really haven't seen a race where Hoos has handled a lot of traffic, but Hoos is there. He is in position to complete the pass here to enter turn number 1. Trying to get up in front of the 88, can't quite do it. 88's going to have that momentum on the high line, but Hoot's still there. Right? Nope. Yep.
He's going a little too low, but he might be able to hold it here. If he can get a great run off of the corner, he's going to be able to. He's going to do that. He's going to stay right there on the inside, but manages to tuck right back in behind him.
And I like what Bless is doing here. Watching Bless, he is just letting these two guys battle it out. He's like, you guys go up there and wear those tires out. Because once you guys pass each other, I'm going to pick you off one at a time. Even Christian DeBoer. DeBoer's doing the same thing. He's kind of just running his pace, letting those guys in front of him battle it out, and to be there in striking distance when their tires wear out.
I'm fully in agreement with you guys there, because this is...
Oh, no! We had such a good run going.
Oh, what happened here?
No, Ethan. Still mad at you.
I was just about to say, we had 4 cars in contention here, and then now it's just...
Oh, what happened to the... Hold on a second. Oh, he got loose off of 4. Or off of 2, I mean.
His front wheel is gone. Oh.
And then it said he crashed.
Ooh. Tries to save it, overcorrects. Oh.
Yeah, that's not a smart place to stop on track. All right, well, we did get some pit cycles. We are getting pissed on here. Oh, DeBoer staying out.
Let's see what happens here.
He's going to get swallowed up. He's the only guy staying out, I think.
I think so, too. I'm watching in the blimp cam.
Nope.
I'm seeing no one else.
Kaifaz, the 44.
Oh, yeah, there he goes. Oh, our friend!
Our friend!
The 44. Honestly, if the 44 comes wins this tonight or gets on the podium, we got to ask him how you pronounce it.
Karpinski staying out as well. So top 3 staying out. And you know, that might not be a bad thing for Charles, because you're going to have fresh tires and you're going to be on the high line.
I think a lot of these guys are going to, as you said, there's going to be some cars here that are going to get swallowed up easily. And I can't tell if that's going to be a lot of the boys up front or even some of the lap cars that are trying to get their lap back up there. Do you think the lap cars up on the front now are going to get a wave around, or are they going to have to stay right there? Because the 56 stayed out, so he's in front of these lappers.
If they're in front of the
56 goes in.
44, oh, the 99 stayed out too.
The 44, the 48.
Man, I don't.
Yeah, the 99.
That is a very questionable call by the 56 coming in here, because I would have just stayed out. I mean, you've already made your bed.
Oh yeah, he's not laying in it. Where's he now? Like, he's all the way back in 13th, from 4th to 14th in one pit cycle. Although, you know, he may try to. I'm not sure how fuel saving is at these short tracks. He might try to just go long if he can get some good green flag runs like that again. Just save tires towards the back and be easy. And he might try to extend the cycle.
The issue with the 56, though, he's back to his squirrels now.
Yeah, true.
All right, well, you got Kaifaz and Karpinski going to lead back to green. Oh, 99 gets a shot from the 9.
We're wrecking already.
No caution, though. Not yet. 88 of Robertson.
They kept it straight.
Making quick work on the 4 fresh tires to the outside of the 44 he goes. And that's what I was talking about. Roberson had the advantage, started on the outside, going to try to look to the outside of 48. Carpenter throws a little block there. Might not have been blocked, might have just ran a little tight, but it did stop momentum for the time being. But Roberson about the inside to take back over the lead here off turn number 2.
Oh, the 44 spins Hoots! Hoots into the outside wall out of 2.
Oh, and he gets absolutely tattooed by the 7 of pelts.
Oh, my.
I don't know if the 44 spun him. Go back and watch this. Hold on. Oh, no. Ooh. See, that's so interesting because the 44, like, we're going to slow it down here. You see the 44 drift up, but that's where the bump is, right there. And the 9's still drifting down. I'm going to put that on Riley. Just drifting down in the bumps. Gets hit in the wall. Gets tagged by the 99, 16 collecting it. 3 and Nodic, 56 DeBoer. I just mentioned by him pitting. Got caught up in that.
Oh, my. Oh, yeah, I just rewatched it. Oh, my. Yeah, the 93 just gets pancakes the right rear of the 9 there, and that just sets it all off even further.
So, what happened to the 56? We see the 56 get involved in this. Like, it was another Costco parking lot. Oh, the 69. I'm gonna be honest here. I think this is a little bit of overreaction by the 69 of Bennett here. Like, you see him turn really sharp left, gets into the back of the board. You see just in front of him the 3 of Naughty gets into the 9-10 of Forns. Yeah, that was a little bit of an overreaction by the 69. As a matter of fact, if he would have kind of just stayed where he was at, he would have made it through this cleanly. But you see him get collected in it, and then the 55 of Craig Martin, nowhere for him to go. Yeah, DeBoer really involved in that. Same with Neidig. Oh my god, DeBoer flipped! DeBoer flipped!
Are you, wait, really? Oh,
that is the slowest flip I have ever seen! Oh my god!
Oh man,
Let's
the
watch
8.
this real time. Watch this. Watch how slow this flip is.
Oh, that was beautiful. And turns.
That was awesome. I'm sorry, DeBoer, we're laughing at your misfortune. That was almost like Robert's flip Tuesday. That was impressive. If he didn't hit the wall, he would have had no damage. Like, none.
Oh, man. But that's where, as you said, the racing back with the squirrels, just he's now on his side, which completely that's going to be even more to work with.
Pacer's off.
Green, green, green.
Oh, a little checkup on the outside lane. I believe they all keep it going there. 88 gets away as per. See if the other guys can hold it. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm watching on board with a few of the cars here, and the bounces and bumps and throughout all the corners is insane here. They're 3 wide for 10th here. Little taps.
3 wide for 10? Whoa.
Yeah, they actually survived it. It was awesome. Oh, 05 right in the wall for a second, but again keeps it going straight.
Yeah, one of Roberson's biggest competitors took it out there. This might be smooth sailing for the 88 if he can keep his nose clean. We did see Bledsoe up there for a bit, but Bledsoe's falling back to 3rd. As I say that, Bledsoe was a really good run out of turn 4. I don't know if Tony got tight or Bledsoe's got a really solid exit, but he went flying past that 6 machine.
I need to start learning everyone's last names. I'm trying to find these things, and I keep missing them. New with broadcasting, it's way harder. It's everything else about it's pretty incredible.
Ballet dancing NASCAR. Someone said. Yeah, we only have 13 drivers on the lead lap. That's insane. We started with 35. We're just past halfway.
Oh, dude. Speaking of 35, you think Ethan would be able to join for a little bit, or nah?
For what?
I don't know. He asked. I was get 3 guys and all commentate. Like, I don't know. I've more the merrier.
Bledsoe's starting to catch his 88 though. I think Bledsoe might have figured something out in that long green flag run. Yeah, he's still running that line, and it's paying off. And one thing I'm noticing on Bledsoe is he's actually not hitting the bumps out of 2.
Let's see here. That kind of middle lane seems to be the best run point for both 1 and 2. Like where the 42 is putting himself right now, that's a brilliant little space.
But Roberson, though, doing a really good job. When someone gets to the inside, he just runs that second line and just is able to defend, get good drive-offs.
The 88 is honestly, the thing that's amazing, as you said, is watching this too, is the 88 can kind of park himself on the inside lane, but still has the speed to hold back the pack. Like when he was fighting with Hoots and all the other guys, he managed to just keep it on the inside lane, and even when they had to run off of the corners, he was still right there. These small short tracks are honestly really fun, but at the same time, it's hard to find the right lanes depending on which way you go. As we're speaking here, the 83 is catching up to the back of the 42, Josh Van Gore, or Van
Gore.
Van Gore. Sorry, I'm also terrible with last names. He's running well as well. I'm keeping an eye on some of the cars towards the back.
Yeah, he was running fairly well last night too. I think he got caught up in that big wreck too, but he was running pretty decent last night. And I'm pretty sure he's enjoying this race a lot more if these cars are able to actually handle his track and turn.
I was gonna say, watching him dive into these corners, he seems to hit the brakes a lot later than the cars in front. Even though they seem to get a better drive off, he's just going in further into these corners.
Is that how you pronounce it? Cashrast? Cashraz? Do you know what? That makes sense. Cashraz. Cash fast or cash fast. That makes sense.
What a name. That's cool. That's a little fun part for me is meeting new people on here and seeing interesting last names like that and just getting to know how to pronounce it, because I've met people where their names Josh Van Gore getting inside of 42 here, riding the low line, almost getting past him going out of turn 4, but 42 is going to get the run on the outside, clears him once again going into turn 1, but the 83 getting dives up the inside, riding the low lane. 27 is going to park himself a little bit in front of the 88. Let's see if this is going to come into play for second place here. Josh Van Gore managing to clear. The 42 is going to have to break it to get under the 27. Josh Van Gore making the pass for second place. He's going to go start knocking on the back door of the leader here. I believe Josh is going to be running a great race, especially as you said, these cars can actually handle this track.
Yeah, but the part about Josh is he can't. He's on appeal, so he can't race this whole race. He'll have to park it with a couple to go. So if I'm Charles, I don't think I battle this guy too much, knowing that he's not gonna finish the race. So I think you just let the 83 by.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I will fully admit that I made that mistake during the truck race last year at Watkins. And one of the Cup guys came and joined us, and I didn't realize he was not going to be finishing the race. So I fought him with everything I had and burned my tire. I mean, I will admit it helped me keep space. 21 nearly losing it into the 42 there, but they keep going straight again. The 42 managing to clear the 21, getting ahead of him. But back to it, yeah. So with these. It's almost hard sometimes to keep a track on who's running with who for who's gonna finish the race and who's not, because you don't want to fight someone that's, you know, two laps to go is just going to disconnect, and you've already burned your tires up, and now you're going to get eaten alive by the field, because you don't want to fight someone that's, you know, two laps to
Isn't gaining on him too much. He is coming across some lap traffic here. 16 has left him by.
No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that
We just...
42 gets the inside of the 16.
Did my stream just crash?
It seemed to have been lagging a little bit on. I have it up on my side, but it's there's a Taco Bell ad right now, so I can't really see. Oh. There we go. It seems to be back.
Oh, okay. It was saying it wasn't working for a second, so I had to make sure it was good. Oh, you said that as a joke? Hey, it makes sense. That makes sense. That's his name, though, because that J could sound like an SH.
There's people with that loadout stinging you guys at.
Really, the top four drove away from the field right now.
Oh, wow.
They might
I'm
lap
looking
all
back.
the way up to 7th by the end of this race if it stays green. I mean, they're catching the 44.
I'm looking back at Craig Martin, number 55. Great number, by the way. Is going into turn 3 right now, and the leaders are only getting like halfway down the back. They as you said, they definitely could get 6th. Like if it keeps going like this, it's going to be all the way to the end, and it might just be between these top 4, maybe 5 if they can gather it up a little bit more. One thing I'm looking for is, in case someone has to, if green flag pit stops happen here, if someone messes it up, it's going to cause a whole like reshuffle of the field for some of the people that might go in a little early. Let's see here.
And they're catching some more lap traffic here.
It won't let me back on board.
This is one's going to be a hard one to pass, because as you see, he's going to get by the inside of the 05, but just like before, ahead of him is going to be another small little pack of lapped cars. Even though the 88, as you said, is good with lap traffic, one wrong move could still stack up the whole thing, or stack up the whole process.
Yeah. Yeah, Vanguard made some really good moves to get to second, but he has... Where'd Charles go? There he is. He has not really been able to gain any ground on that 88. As a matter of fact, the 42 of Blessos dropped back quite a bit.
Let's see here. Yeah, I wonder if he's starting to save, or he's already pushed. He might have pushed a little too hard. But as we can see here, ahead of them is going to be that lapped pack. They're fighting each other here, so they aren't going to give up easily. They're too wide for, let's see, 7th. Oh, it's even a mix. There's 17th there versus 11th and 9th. So it's the fight for kind of the top 10 right here.
Oh, look at this lap
little
traffic.
door bang. 21 keeps it straight. They all keep going straight, but a little bit of door bang between the 3 and the 21, all in front of the 88.
This is some lap traffic, and this is what I'm saying. Robertson is really good at getting through lap traffic. He says it the inside of the 3 and 90. I thought for sure he was going to spin out going on the apron there. He almost hit the inside wall. But that's what I was saying. Not Vanguard. Robertson is really good getting through lap traffic. That's been one of his strengths in the other league I broadcast for him, is He gets the lap traffic, and he just knows where to go, and he knows how to pick him off as the 21 got tight in 3 and 4, bounced off the wall.
Just manages to keep it out of the door of the 83, but he's gonna stick right on this side here. Let's see here. Now the fight between 9th and 8th position. They're gonna have to get around, and again, it's gonna be the 44 clears the 48, which honestly that's perfect for the 88. It's gonna make it easier for him to pass on the inside here.
Yeah,
the 21 sends it on the outside of the 83, but
and remember, these are both guys that stayed out on those older tires.
Right. Oh
99 up in the wall.
21 is fighting these guys, even though he's... Oh, the 44 checks up in front of the 88, just manages... No one hits each other, but that was almost bad for the 88. 21 brushing the outside door of the 42. Puts the 21's outside, spinning on the backstretch. Caution is out. That 21 was going to be a menace the whole time.
He almost got a lead lap car. Oh, wait, no. Bledsoe sent it to the inside. Never mind.
Now, if you rewatch the last bit of it, he was fighting the leaders. He was fighting everyone who was around him. And then the 99 on my screen blinked out. I'm not sure if that was happened for you, but like he was there and then he went into the wall. So he just. If
I'm the leaders I pit here, I like even if some guys stay out, there's only 7 people on the lead lap. Now, and if I'm a lap down, I don't know why Karpinski pitted. If I'm a lap down, I'm staying out. I don't know why there's a pitting. I would have stayed out and got the wave around.
The 44, the 10, and let's see, the 05 and I believe that's the 16 are the only ones that stayed out. Nope, the 38 as well.
I don't agree. Staying out like that, that's way too long in these tires.
Another car staying out. That is the 18. Let me see. Oh, this is the 23. My mistake. No, the 56. Man, I'm bad at this. So now the 38 ducks on into pit lane. The 56 staying out. Almost hitting the tire barrier. I know that feeling, buddy. Don't do that. It's the worst feeling in the world. But yeah, so only the cars to stay out right now is the 10, who is in 13th. The 05, or the 05's in 13th. The 10 is in 22nd. These are all the lap cars in front of the 88. So let's see here. Almost hard to see who's gonna get a wave around here until they actually go around.
Anyone in front of 920 pointer will.
Okay, gotcha. Oh yeah, here we go. All the way up to 56, the 05, 10, and the 55. Again, great number. All get their laps wave around, and we're back all stacking up behind the pace car here as it's going to get ready to duck on off. This time, the 920 of Sean Pointer stays out in front, is now the leader. 88 gets on the outside. Sean's going to get a good run. 88's going to already be on the outside of him.
He's going to make quick work right here.
Oh my God! Blew his doors off.
Oh, it was like contact.
Whew. Keeps it going straight. The 42 is now on the outside of Josh Van Gore. These two fighting it for position for second. The 920. He's did he pit at all as well or no?
Not during that one.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, 90's on the inside wall there. He's keeping it going all the way back in the back. Wow, good save. 90 got sent on the inside wall, it seemed, but...
Pointer?
Oh.
Hold on a second.
Oh, my...
Did he?
The 90 just tapped the inside of the 3.
I think Pointer took 2. Yeah, Pointer took 2.
Gotcha.
Underneath the last pit stop. I was like, he's holding pretty long on the tires, but he took 2.
Ooh, 48 and 42 nearly bumped doors, door panels. The 19 gets checked up behind the 48, but they keep going. The 88-920 have gotten a good sizable lead ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, looking further back, this 19, he duking it out with the 48. That's an interesting battle. That's the battle for the lucky dog. If we do get a yellow.
Honestly, no offense to these guys, I'm expecting one a little later. The 90 about 4 or 5 laps ago, nearly went up and over because he tapped the inside of the 3 when going into turn 3. But they all keep it going straight. As you can clearly see, we're still under green flag. Oh, someone just hit hard.
I can't believe we only have 7 on the lead lap. That is insane. This is like a regular D oval Arca race where you start with 20 people, and by the end of the race you have 3 on the lead lap.
I was gonna say this is gonna be a NASCAR 25.
Well,
we're seeing with the actual.
Here's the kicker: the 920, the 83, and the 906, they all got a pit soon, so we're only gonna finish 4 on the lead lap.
But I think by now, unless a caution comes out, the 88's got this thing in the bag.
I think even with a caution, he's been so strong on restarts.
Oh, it's been beautiful to see him go out there and he's been electric all night. There's no other way around it. Even when the 9 and the 42 have been kind of bouncing off his bumper, he just kept it going straight. These bumps not even worrying him, and just been electric all night. A few cars coming out of pit lane. A few of the guys that stay. Oh, speaking of the caution.
Angel Ball in the 05.
Ah, no. Oh, I just went back and saw it. Yeah, he came down when the 16 was coming up.
Not a lot of damage done, though.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this is the point where the Adams can pull it up pit lane. Tony just towed to pit lane. Pointer's in the pit lane. I would imagine Van Gore's going to come down this time.
How many laps are we going to be going green with? Is it going to be 4 or?
I think it's going to be 3 or a natural green, white, checkered.
See, now this is where it's going to be interesting. Is
with
the 88 being so strong.
Oh, never mind. I was about to say I would watch 19, but the 19 would start all the way in the back. If we get another quick caution, if I'm the 19 Chase Lewis here, I'm thinking tires, because if we can get a quick caution, he can line up behind the leaders on fresher tires.
Oh,
yeah.
There's a solid chance that I did that in at Chicagoland in the Truck Series earlier. That's how I managed to be able to get up to second. Was I pitted? I think I was in 15th. I was the last car on the lead lap. Went in for tires with about like 10 to go. Another caution came out, and I was the freshest on tires, and I just came up a little bit short. But if it goes according to plan, you're going to be the freshest on tires. Even if the 88 gets another great restart, you could just send it around on the outside like you did on the outside of Sean a few last restart.
Man, if I was Chase Lewis, I would have pitted right there.
Yeah. Let's see here. But the 88 first. The 38 of Thomas Lee Jr. in second. I haven't seen him all night, but 42 is in third, and the 55 is in fourth. Honestly, I'm not trying to be biased, but as the 55 is my number, I'm going to try to pull for this guy a little bit, see what he can do. But if the 88 or any of the guys up front, like the 42 or these guys have been dominant all night, if any of them win, it's going to be fantastic all the way to the end. The 88 takes the outside lane as he has been the past bunch of restarts. That outside lane is great for him. But if the 38 can get a good jump on the inside, he might be able to just hold the line, and maybe there's always a chance for something crazy here.
Yeah, we're going to go green flag racing for a natural green, white, checkered. Got the top 4 on your screen.
Ace car ducks on the inside. 38 checking up a little bit in front of the 42.
He's going to try a time race right here.
Green.
He's going to try.
He gets away.
Look at Craig Martin. Good start by him.
Only that 55. We might. Watching the fight for third and second here. 42 on the apron, but keeps it going straight. The 55 gets turned.
Is it a yellow flag? No, the white flag will. One to go in Nashville.
88's got it. They all keep it going. No cars wrecked, actually. Only the 55 went all the way around.
Charles Robertson, dominating performance here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Getting his first win of the season. A solid P2 by Thomas Lees, and Bledsoe come across P3.
Wow, what a race. That was fun. A few wrecks, but at the same time, that's some short track racing. That was perfect short track racing going on tonight. What a finish. One car, the 10 backwards with his engine blow. He goes sailing by. Only, oh my, the top 5 were the only cars to finish on the lead lap. Charles Robertson takes a commanding victory. Started from pole and ends it on first. Thomas Lee Jr. coming from 24th to 2nd. What a drive from him. Alan, is it
Bledsoe?
Bledsoe comes home 3rd after starting 2nd. Good race from him still. He was hounding them both all night. Chase Lewis 4th, and Craig Martin coming from 20th to 5th. That's your top 5. The rest goes from Edward Peltz for 6th, Andrew Karpinski for 7th, John Nadic for 8th, our buddy in the 44 9th, and Judd Ballou in 10th. I'm sorry for everyone whose names I probably just butchered there. I am terrible at this. All right. Let's get the boys up in here if they come on in. I mean this in the best way. That is the most Arca finish I've ever seen, where it's only a couple cars are on the lead lap and everyone else is long behind them.
Hey, and if this was real life Arca, we would have racked him up and tried it again for one more lap.
True. Honestly, I think the 88 is happy that the caution didn't come out there.
I don't think he would have cared. He was so good at research all that long.
True.
All right.
True.
Oh, that's it. All right, let's go ahead and pull in our P3 finisher, Alan Bledsoe. What's going on, man?
I am agitated.
Why? You got 3rd, man.
I should have been 2nd. I mean, the admins affecting the race is one thing, and I'm not gonna poo-poo on that. You know, those guys deserve to race as much as anybody else, despite the fact that they have limitations on, you know, everybody else in the league. But, like, I don't know. Just... I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna... be here and try to be happy about a 3rd place finish.
Yeah, it was a good race. I know your teammate Hoots got wrecked out earlier in the race, but you still come across the line, get a good finish for your team. Mathia not here. Hopefully everything's okay with him. Hopefully he didn't lose power or something. But
he went to Texas. He extended his vacation and went down to Dallas.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, I can't put all the blame on the 6, and I'm sorry, I'm rewatching this back. That 05 absolutely had no business pulling out onto the track where he did. And I'm sorry if I'm just kind of. But yeah, Brendan. We'll go back to that topic. Brendan went to Dallas, Texas, and extended his Charlotte vacation a little bit to see some family, and he's having some fun down there, playing some golf and stuff like that. So he'll be back. He'll be back in 2 weeks for the Nashville Super Speedway race, and we're all three of us are good. And yeah, I feel bad for Riley. Dude had absolutely the best car on the track, especially in the early run. He just, it's a short track. Let's just call it like it is. It's a short track. Sometimes things are gonna happen that take you out of the race. So, just sucks. It's I'm trying not to say something stupid. It's so hard, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the P3, man. Congrats on that. You guys are going to go from one Nashville, have a week off, to another Nashville. Hopefully these Arca cars...
We didn't have that week off.
Hopefully these Arca cars race better there than all the other cars, because Nashville Super Speedway can be kind of a snooze fest. It's really single groove, so hopefully these Arca cars kind of move around a little bit more. So good luck next week. Congrats on the P3. I'll let you get your shout-outs in, and enjoy your week off.
Yes, sir. Thanks to my dad. He was watching, as always. My buddies, we went to Charlotte together. Got even closer than just iRacing friends. So that was really cool. And all of PRT. Thanks for keeping me on the team. It's a lot of fun being friends with those guys. And all the admins for putting this stuff together, you for putting on the broadcast, and let's just move on to 2 weeks from now.
Hot, man. Later.
Thank you.
Have a great night, man. Good run.
All right, next to pull in our P2 finisher, Thomas Lees. Definitely wasn't the fastest guy out there, but you survived the mayhem. You come across the line second. Man, what a race. What was your strategy coming into here, knowing it could turn into kind of a wreck fest?
So to be completely honest with you, I had zero strategy. My first lap on the track was the first lap of qualifying. So I pretty much just ran with it from there. I didn't expect to qualify very well, knowing I didn't do any laps on the track beforehand. But yeah, my strategy was literally do whatever the leader was doing. And I can't figure out strategies with NASCAR, so a little bit of a struggle. But
there, buddy, it's a hard math to figure out.
Yeah, well, man, you come across P2, we'll let you get your shout-outs in. Good luck in 2 weeks at Nashville Super Speedway, and hopefully you can get another good run there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I hope we can potentially go for that win, but we'll see what happens. Super Speedways are tough.
It's not a Super Speedway. It's a mile and a third. It's just called Nashville Super Speedway.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. Same thing.
Someone clip that. That is the best answer I have ever heard. I might have to go through and clip that. That is great.
Yo, I am not with it, dude. I am honestly, the adrenaline is pumping so hard right now. Still.
Hey, 20th to second, man. That's with only one lap of practice, and that being the qualifying. That's still as impressive as it can get, man. That's a great run. Even with a non-super speedway next week, I think you got a good shot.
All right, man. Congrats on that P2. We'll catch you later.
I appreciate it.
All right, let's pull down our race winner. No surprise there, Charles. I knew you were going to be fast here tonight. Me and you got the chance to duke it out here not too long ago in another league. I don't know if you took anything you learned from there and applied it here, but if you did, it seemed to work for you. You seemed to defend really well, and Hoos was pressuring you there. I'm pretty sure the Who's had a little bit of a faster car, but you were just able to defend so well on the outside.
Yeah, I feel like him and Allen probably were faster than me at the beginning of the run, but there's a way. I guess I was just holding them up, and after they, attempted to pass me so many times, they just wore their stuff out. So I wouldn't say I was fast, but like I said, I was just defending pretty good. But yeah, man, I'm finally glad to get a win here in the league. I probably ran 10 races last season, and I come up short a lot. So thanks to Johnny Brugg, that dude's good. So I'm glad to finally get a win though.
I gotta ask you, when the hell are you gonna fix that fire detector? It goes off
Yeah,
every interview for the last 3 months.
Yeah, I smoke cigarettes. Every time I put it in, it goes off. So I just gave up on it.
Every
I know it's aggravating. I know.
Every time I interview you for the last 3 months, beep, beep.
Yeah, I know. I know it aggravates.
All right, man. Well, congrats on the win. Good luck next week at the non-Super Speedway, Nashville Super Speedway. I say that because I got an interview before. I was like, yeah, it's a Super Speedway. Stuff can happen there. And I'm like, no. It's not an actual Super Speedway.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes.
I dare someone to try to hold it wide open going into turn 1.
Yeah, they're going to die.
Honestly, I just replace the fire extinguisher in your car and you'll be fine. So it's a good race tonight, man. Watching you all night, the outside lane on the restarts was electric. So good job, and you deserve this win tonight.
Thank you, man. I'm just glad I can finally get one.
All right, well, I'll let you get your shout-outs in, man, and good luck next week.
Yeah, let's thank you guys for broadcasting it, and everybody puts on a league. It's definitely a stacked league with all series, so it's definitely fun running with these guys.
All right, man. Later.
Oh yeah.
Have a good night.
All right. Well, I can't get over that Super Speedway comment. That's golden. Like,
we had a super speedway and then a fire alarm.
Every time I interview him, it's like that.
I now got the mental image of him just driving the racetrack tonight with a cigarette in his mouth and a duct tape smoke detector on the ceiling of the car.
I used to do it too. I know Tony. I give Tony a hard time. Every time he's in here broadcasting, you hear him flicking the bic. I'm like, all right, there, Sparky, chill out. Like, if he was smoking during this race, that's pretty impressive because this is not an easy track to drive one-handed on. But well, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll catch you guys in 2 weeks from now. We will not be racing all this week. Kind of weird how they plan the schedule. I would imagine they would try to have Memorial Day week off, but they're going to have the week after Memorial Day off. So we'll come back from our break Memorial Day, or not breaking Memorial Day, our off week. I'm kind of interested how the Cup cars are going to do, just because we literally cannot practice at Phoenix because it's pointless. As far as the Xfinity cars go, I don't think there's a huge update for them, and they're going to Phoenix as well on the 9th of June. So we'll catch you guys back then. In the meantime, y'all stay safe. Have a nice couple weeks, and we'll see you guys later.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a great night tonight and a better one tomorrow.
SFH, Still Fucking Here, is a clothing and apparel brand built to change the world. We are survivors, warriors, and fighters. We are tenacious, relentless, and vigilant. We've been through hell and made it out the other side, and now we are determined to spend our lives giving back to those who need help in their fight. Whether you are a cancer survivor, recovering addict, a survivor of an abusive relationship, someone who has fought to gain control of their health, or a wounded vet such as myself, or simply someone that is fighting a battle and proud of how far you've come, we are with you. 50% of all net proceeds from our brand will be given back to those that need it most, and this will be for the life of our company. Join us in our mission. Buy some awesome gear like this, wear it proudly, spread the word. We are in this together. We are still fucking here. I end up feeling a need, like I feel like I'm